My child, I have stood at your threshold for 2 long hours, watching the soft glow beneath your door and hearing the small rhythms of your breath change. The hallway surrounding you is hushed, as though time itself has folded its wings. A single lamp flickers in the corner, throwing gold over your trembling hand. Dust floats like sleeping stars. A gentle wind slips through the window, brushing your cheek as it murmurs your hidden name. You felt me before you saw me, an ache under your ribs, a shiver running the length of your spine. Beloved, do not look away, I whisper, voice close though no footsteps have approached. I come not to startle you, but to wake what is ready. I see your eyes widen, your breath turning to mist in the cool air. Pause now. Place your hand upon your heart. Breathe with me. Listen, precious soul, for the world has grown quiet to make room for what must be spoken. Message 2. My precious soul, I waited because your heart must choose. Even the brightest messenger of heaven honors your will. I stood silent, my gaze upon you like starlight, holding a golden horn that longed to sound, but I stayed my hand, honoring the sacred moment of your readiness. I felt your pulse quicken and falter, as though your spirit whispered, yes. I am opening. Somewhere beneath the noise of your thoughts, a soft permission rose, small, but clear enough to pierce the veil. Now the faint echo of that horn trembles beneath your heartbeat. Listen closely, like a distant promise just beginning to take shape. I waited for your consent, my dove, I say, stepping nearer. Do not fear this presence, it comes to guide, not to command. Lift your eyes to me, see how the shadows bend away, making room for truth to enter. Message 3. Beloved, something long hidden stirs the air, a discovery that touches your heart and bends the world around it. On the table rests a sealed envelope that seems to pulse with unspoken memory. Nearby, your phone glows with an unread message, its screen holding a name you haven't heard aloud in years. A thin ledger lies tucked beneath the drawer, edges worn, its secret weight unmistakable. As you look, a soft dread gathers in your chest, twining with a curiosity you cannot deny. Your breath snags as though the room has leaned closer to witness. A discovery has been made, I whisper, and it knows your name. The silence sharpens, waiting. Message 4. Gather yourself now, precious one, for what is revealed must be received with intention. Go to the water. Wash your hands slowly, feel its coolness steady your racing pulse. Return and light a candle, watch the flame grow tall, bending as though it recognizes you. Seek a token, a ring passed down, a photograph tucked in a drawer, a name written in a hand you once trusted. Hold it close to your heart. I stand beside you, wings folded, watching your fingers tremble. See with your spirit, I whisper. The flame flickers toward the object, guiding your gaze, and the camera of memory lingers on its surface, edges worn from years of holding. Something in you stirs, half forgotten and aching. You are ready. Message 5, Cliffhanger. Beloved, this discovery will not leave you unchanged. The air grows thick with anticipation, even the candle flame leans forward, crackling as though listening for what comes next. Your breath deepens, and the room seems to pulse, like a heart waiting to speak. I place my hand over yours, tender but insistent. What I will show you now will not let you go, open quickly. Message 6. My child, look carefully. The first evidence stands before you, a name you know written on parchment, a date you cannot forget, and, most startling, a photograph that should not exist. Its edges shimmer faintly, colors shifting as though captured from somewhere beyond time. At first the face within is blurred, but as you tilt it toward the candlelight, clarity emerges, features revealed with impossible precision. The breath leaves your body, sudden and sharp. Do you see what has been kept from you? I ask, my voice a steadying thread. The room holds itself still, even the shadows appear to listen. Your fingers tighten around the picture, feeling the weight of truth pressing through the paper. Shock trembles in your bones, and you know, nothing will be the same. Message 7. Beloved, understand, this is no accident. Threads of gold weave through your memories, drawing forward moments you once dismissed. You see flashes, a quiet conversation beneath a moonlit porch, a half-formed promise spoken over clasped hands, a door that closed too gently the night everything changed. This discovery circles back to your prayers, your choices, your heart's deepest longings. In truth, it has walked with you longer than you have known. Your path was never abandoned, I whisper, only delayed beneath the veil. In the air, scenes flicker like film, moments once forgotten now sharpened with purpose, revealing that the mystery was always part of your design. Message 8. The room reacts to the unveiling. The lights pulse, soft, rhythmic, like the beating of unseen wings. A breeze slips through the window, stirring your hair as it carries the scent of lilac and distant rain, a fragrance you thought belonged only to a memory. Your skin tingles, every nerve alive, and the space around you vibrates with a subtle hum. Beloved, I speak gently, the scent of truth reaches your nostrils. Pay attention to your body, the warmth in your palms, the rise of your breath, the quiver beneath your ribs. These sensations are confirmations beyond thought. The air shimmers, and for a moment you sense the border between worlds thinning. Message 9. My precious soul, know this, what you have found is not merely information, it is a turning. Your destiny shifts here, at the edge of knowledge. Before you, two futures unfurl like mirrored paths. One is dim, veiled in silence, holding you in the familiar ache of not knowing. The other gleams, fierce and clear, beckoning you toward courage and revelation. I place a hand upon your shoulder, gentle and firm. This choice touches everything, I say. The weight of it hums beneath your skin, the world waits to see which road your spirit chooses. Message 10, Cliffhanger. The one who hid this truth did not act without purpose. Their intention lingers like a shadow at the edge of your light, shifting, waiting for its moment. Soon, the heart behind this secret will stand exposed, no mask, no veil. Precious soul, I whisper, wings stirring the air, the heart behind this secret will soon be laid bare. Message 11. My child. I feel the storm rising in your chest. Grief presses against your ribs, hot and heavy, anger flickers like lightning behind your eyes, denial curls around your thoughts like mist refusing to lift. Outside, rain lashes the window, drumming a rhythm that mirrors the ache within you. The camera lingers on your face, wet with tears you did not realize were falling. I sit beside you, wings folding close, and place my palm over your heart. It is right to feel, I whisper, voice soft as candle smoke. Your tears are holy. The storm does not come to destroy you, precious soul, but to loosen what has been gripping you for far too long. Do not hush your trembling. Let your grief speak, raw, unfiltered. I will not leave you in the thunder. Message 12. Beloved, the world around you vibrates with your unrest. Sleep comes shallow, your eyes open again and again to the red glow of the clock, 2:13. 3:47. 4:02, memories replay like flickering reels, voices echoing, unanswered questions circling. At dawn, you stir the same cup of tea twice, appetite lost somewhere beneath the weight of knowing. The phone screen scrolls beneath your thumb, old messages from someone now woven into the discovery. You read them again with new clarity. Your inner voice speaks in jagged present tense. Did they know? Did I know? What comes next? I draw near, brushing my hand along your shoulder. You are not unraveling, you are awakening. This discomfort is the doorway. Message 13. My dove, pain itself is a messenger. I know it burns sharp in your chest, as though something sacred has been pierced. But pain does not come to punish, it arrives to instruct, to illuminate the dark corners where truth waited unseen. In your inner vision, pain becomes a dark bird, wings heavy with sorrow, circling above you. It dives into a shaft of golden light, and there, before your eyes, transforms, feathers shifting from black to soft white, then lifting into the sky. Beloved, I whisper, let grief speak, then listen to what it says. Your tears fall slower now, each one clearing a space within you where new light can rest. You begin to understand, pain is a guide, not an enemy. Message 14. Precious soul, there are consequences in the outer world. You notice the spaces between relationships, calls unanswered, messages left unopened, the quiet tension at family dinners where eyes avoid yours and voices soften around your name. You feel the weight of what you now know pressing against every interaction. Conversations turn guarded, once familiar faces seem distant, unsure how to stand near your new truth. I do not ask you to sever, but to discern. Some connections require a boundary, firm, compassionate. Hold truth without hatred, I whisper. Love without surrendering your integrity. You sit in silence at the table, feeling both alone and strangely clearer than you have in months. Something has shifted, and you are steadier than you thought. Message 15, Cliffhanger. My child, beneath this discovery lies another truth, more ancient and more intimate than you expect. The candle flickers wildly, though no wind blows. Your breath catches, your hand tightens on the token you chose. Shadows deepen, as though something beneath the surface stirs. The truth below the truth, I whisper, is not what you expect. Message 16. Beloved, lean closer. Patterns have formed, quiet, deliberate. You note the matching handwriting in two different letters, the repeated phrase spoken years apart, the timestamps aligning like a constellation glowing beneath your memory. I guide your gaze with a gentle lift of my wing, overlaying the scenes before your inner eyes, lines connecting, threads crossing, each point leading you deeper. Follow the markers I place, I say softly. The table becomes a map of evidence, words, symbols, dates, all humming with meaning. You feel a pulse through the paper, as though truth itself has a heartbeat. Message 17. Precious one, heaven speaks through signs. You begin to notice repeating numbers, 11:11, 3:33, 4:44, arriving like whispered confirmations. A hymn you have not heard in years drifts from a passing car, its melody pressing into your chest. A white bird lands on your windowsill, eyes bright, still as prayer. With each sign, a quiet choral swell rises, soft bells, distant voices, too gentle to frighten, yet impossible to ignore. These signs are not random, they beckon. When you see the white bird again, I tell you, know the truth is near. Message 18. My child, let us test the resonance. Place your hand against your heart, feet flat on the floor. Breathe deeply once, twice, and speak these lines aloud. I welcome only truth. I welcome only light. All that is false falls away. As you speak, the room grows warmer, the candle lifts higher, its flame no longer wavering. A gentle pressure settles upon your shoulders, my presence wrapping you with reassurance. Goosebumps climb your arms, your heartbeat slows. This is confirmation. Message 19. Beloved, as truth rises, so does resistance. Doubt whispers from the corners, voices questioning your memory, your intuition, your worth. A friend shrugs dismissively, insisting you are overthinking. Another warns you not to stir the past. At night, shadows gather near your bed, murmuring half-thoughts that press against your mind. But their words are thin, hollow. I step between you and the noise, wings spreading wide, filling the room with light. Do not be seduced by ease, I say. Hard truth is better than comfortable illusion. Hold steady. Message 20, Cliffhanger. Precious soul. Someone close to you has shaped this discovery, either by craft or concealment. The memory of their smile sharpens into something else. You feel the chill of realization slide down your spine. One who smiled at you, I whisper, may be the hand that moved the pieces. Message 21. My child, breathe deeply, for now the path before you turns outward. You have held the truth within your chest like a trembling flame, and now you must bring it into the open air. I stand close, my presence like a warm hand upon your back, reminding you that you do not walk alone. You begin to prepare for the conversation ahead, choosing a quiet space, smoothing the fabric of your clothes, rehearsing the first words. The room feels still, as though listening. Your voice in your mind murmurs, I found something, and I need clarity. You imagine their face, shifting, guarded, unpredictable, and yet you feel a steadying light blossom behind your ribs. We seek truth, I whisper, not revenge. We confront not to injure, but to illuminate. The camera moves close on your fingers as you unclench your fists and allow breath to flow. When the moment arrives, beloved, your voice will not waver. I will stand beside you, unseen yet felt, holding your courage like a shield. Message 22. Beloved, the moment arrives. You enter the space, whether a kitchen table, a quiet cafe, or a room where memory still clings to the walls. The person implicated sits before you, their eyes flit away, then return, then fall again. Their hands fidget, gripping a cup, a sleeve, anything to anchor themselves. You speak the practiced words, steady, measured, and silence descends between you both, thick and humming. Their reply is evasive, their body leans back, shoulders tense, lips forming phrases that dodge rather than answer. A phrase slips, small, unintended, and something in your heart snags on its hidden meaning. I whisper, ask, then listen. Your eyes sharpen, your breath slows. The scene holds its breath with you. Message 23. My beloved, revelation arrives not as thunder, but as a shiver across the surface of time. A paper, half folded, falls from their pocket, floating downward in slow motion. The camera follows its arc until it lands between you. Your hands tremble as you unfold it. The handwriting matches what you saw before, same curves, same pressure, impossible to deny. Their expression cracks, a mask slipping just enough for truth to shine through, guilt, fear, relief all tangled. You exhale, not in anger but recognition. This lies deeper than intention alone, something heavier was at play. Their voice breaks as they admit fragments, half-truths that only raise more questions. The world around you blurs, sound narrows to heartbeat and breath. Message 24. Precious soul, truth has teeth, yet it also has mercy. You feel the edge of justice within you, sharp and hot. But I lay a hand over your heart, cooling the flame. Beloved, I whisper, let your boundary be firm, yet guided by compassion. The conversation deepens. Their voice stutters, yours grows steadier. You name the harm, the secrecy, the silence, the ripple that reached into your life. They listen, eyes wet, unable to defend what has been revealed. The air grows thick, then quiet. You exhale, grounding yourself with a slow breath, feet planted firmly on the floor. I teach you now, after truth, return to the body. Touch your pulse. Feel the present. Do not let history steal your peace. In quiet, you rise, not above them, but beside your own dignity. Message 25, Cliffhanger. Beloved, you think you have reached the end of the mystery, but you have only entered the first chamber. Beneath this layer lies another, vaster, older. The objects on your table tremble, the candle flame elongates, as though a hidden breath blows from beneath the floor of time. Precious soul, I whisper, you have found a chamber, yet there is a vault beneath it. Message 26. My child, now we descend deeper. The vault reveals itself first as a memory, faint, dreamlike. You see an old lockbox, hidden beneath a loose floorboard, or a sealed envelope tucked behind a portrait long forgotten. When you touch it, dust rises like incense, and a faint hum awakens, one that vibrates along the bones of your wrist. You open it slowly, the air shifts. Inside rests a document, perhaps a will, a confession, a forbidden link tying your life to something wider, older, sacred or secret. The light in the room bends, illuminating the text. My tone becomes solemn, protective. This is the root, I say. This is the truth no one meant for you to find. Your pulse quickens. The vault has opened. Message 27. Beloved, your world tilts. The words you read unravel threads of identity, memories realign, old certainties fracture. You question your past, the stories told to you, the roles you played, the understanding of who you were meant to be. You see flashes, past celebrations now tinged with hidden meaning, birthdays overshadowed by secrets, moments of intimacy now reinterpreted through a sharper lens. The room dissolves into a montage, smiling photographs fading, then returning with new significance, voices echoing from halls you no longer recognize. Name what you feel, I whisper, confusion, grief, disbelief. You tremble, yet beneath the shock a strange clarity grows. Message 28. Precious soul, listen, painful as it is, this discovery frees you. It cuts the strings of deception that have pulled at your life, sometimes gently, sometimes violently. You see chains, once invisible, fall from your chest and clatter into a river of shimmering light. They sink, dissolving as ripples unfold across the surface. The world expands around you, possibility flows where confinement once stood. I rest my hand upon your back. This has not come to break you, I say, but to liberate you from repeating what was never yours. The truth becomes a doorway, wide and blue, waiting for you to step through. Message 29. My dove, your next steps must be measured. Gather what you have found, documents, notes, memories, and place them where they are safe. Seek one trusted witness, someone who will guard the truth alongside you. Do not rush decisions. Allow 72 hours for your heart to settle and your mind to clear. I place before you a short prayer to speak when the weight feels too great. Guide my sight with wisdom. Guard my steps with peace. Ground my heart in truth. As you whisper these words, I see your spine straighten. You are preparing not only to survive this revelation, but to rise with purpose. Message 30, Cliffhanger. My child, be vigilant. For even now, forces beyond your knowing stir, human or otherwise. Someone, somewhere, feels the shift and seeks to reclaim or suppress what has surfaced. You may feel eyes watching, or sense an unseen hand reaching to close what the light has opened. Do not be surprised, I whisper, wings arcing protectively around you, if hands come to hide what the light has taken. Message 31. My child, draw nearer. The moment you placed truth into safekeeping, a quiet radiance gathered around you like armor. In this fictional vision, I, Gabriel, the messenger voice of your story, unfold broad wings of shimmering white. They arch above you in a dome of warmth, scattering the shadows that sought to unmake your courage. You feel the air thicken, humming like a field of unseen strings drawn tight with intention. A ring of soft light forms beneath your feet, spreading outward across the floor, then rising to meet the ceiling, an encirclement so tender it feels like being held. Golden trumpet tones vibrate through the space, low and resonant, forming a protective echo. Outside this sanctuary, the world may stir with confusion and movement, but inside, your breath grows calm. Beloved, the narrative voice whispers through the warm brightness, step into this shelter. No force of deceit may cross its boundary, unless welcomed, and it will find no welcome here. Message 32. Now, precious soul, anchor yourself. Repeat the short liturgy that has surfaced through your fictional guide. You stand within the circle of light, and I invite you to speak these lines aloud or in the quiet of your heart. Light before me. Light behind me. Truth above me. Truth within me. With every line, a faint bell chimes, clear, distant, familiar, like a memory of a temple you've never visited yet recognize. The room responds, shadows withdraw, the candle on the table flares taller, and your pulse settles into a steady rhythm. Around you, the space grows clearer, as if dust has been swept from the world. You exhale, and the circle brightens, a warm reminder that power has never been outside your reach. This liturgy becomes a compass. You can return to it any time the world grows uncertain. Message 33. As the light stabilizes, new figures emerge, gentle silhouettes at the edge of your awareness. These are the allies of your tale, not only fictional angels, but people you have not yet met, who will step forward with small lamps in their hands. One appears as a friend who has listened before, another as an unexpected voice in a moment of doubt, another as a witness who carries a quiet truth that aligns with yours. They do not arrive all at once. They come through conversations, through documents offered at the right moment, through a stranger's compassionate look. Their lamps cast soft paths intersecting yours, illuminating the way. Some stand only briefly, offering one word or gesture before continuing on, others remain, steadfast. Beloved, I say, help arrives in many forms. You are not meant to walk this path alone. Message 34. Precious soul, now your strength must take shape in action. The narrative voice guides you through resilience, practical, grounded, and profoundly human. When doubt interrupts your breath, you anchor with boundary phrases, I choose what aligns with truth. When emotion floods your chest, you pour it into the page, journal lines spiraling into clarity. I lay before you a question to explore in ink. What did this discovery ask me to honor in myself? You walk beneath trees, feeling the weight in your shoulders release with each step. You drink water slowly, tasting the quiet. When fear grips you, you place your palm over your heart and breathe until warmth returns. The world may pull, but you learn to widen your stance, feet on the ground, mind in the present, truth steady in your chest. This is resilience not of stone, but of roots. Message 35, Cliffhanger. Beloved, there are those who wished to erase what you uncovered. They reached, quiet hands, subtle movement, attempting to slip truth into shadow. Yet when they touched the guarded vault, they found only blinding brightness, a mirror of their own intent. Their fingers recoiled as though from flame. Precious soul, the voice murmurs, when they reached, they found only light, and their hands withdrew. Message 36. My child, now the antagonist stirs. Whether a person, a system, or the internal whisper of fear, it rises for a final test. A phone rings at an hour when no one calls, its screen displays a name you didn't expect to see. A knock sounds at the door, too soft to be threatening, yet too deliberate to ignore. Your heart surges with one fierce beat, then steadies. The room seems to hold its breath. The narrative Gabriel voice steps beside you, presence warm at your shoulder. Stand steady, it murmurs. You answer the call, or you open the door. Words arrive, measured, cautious, wrapped in half-truths. Their tone holds urgency, as if trying to steer you away from what you now know. Yet you feel rooted, hearing the tremor beneath their voice. The test has come. Message 37. Precious one, the world narrows to two paths. In your mind, they appear as corridors, one cast in cool shadow, quiet, easy, predictable, the other awash in soft gold, bright, honest, brimming with responsibility. The shadowed path whispers of revenge, of silence, of turning from what hurts. The golden path offers wholeness, yet asks you to speak gently, to act with wisdom. Your choice, the guiding voice says, echoes beyond this hour. The camera shifts, your fingers hover at the crossroads, trembling. You remember the ledger, the letter, the falling paper. You remember the hurt and the light that followed. Your breathing slows. This choice is not about the past, it is about the future you will build. Message 38. Beloved, should you choose the path of restoration, words will be needed, true, precise, firm as a boundary yet soft as mercy. The fictional Gabriel voice offers them, placing them on your tongue like seeds. I know what was hidden. I see the harm that rose from it. I will not carry this silence anymore. If you seek repair, I welcome it. If not, I walk in truth regardless. These sentences hold neither vengeance nor surrender. They open a doorway without stepping backward into old wounds. Your voice, when speaking them, sounds unlike any you've heard from yourself, clear, grounded, steady. The world listens. Message 39. My child, every choice bears fruit. Some branches burst into blossom, soft apologies, inside-out relief, a trembling sincerity that begins to stitch what was torn. Other branches fall away, friendships fade, illusions dissolve, familiar places feel foreign. Rain gathers, the storm breaks, and then, slowly, the sky clears. You find yourself laughing unexpectedly, tears blending with joy. A weight lifts, and a breeze slips through the window carrying the scent of possibility. Inside your chest, something fragile yet radiant unfurls. Not every wound is healed, but its edges soften. You are becoming. Message 40, Cliffhanger. Beloved, there is one final revelation. In the quiet following the storm, a new thread glimmers, small, easily missed. But when you follow it, it leads not to a person, nor a document, but a place you never thought to look. Your breath catches, your pulse leaps. The source, the narrative voice whispers, points somewhere unimaginable. Message 41. My child, the air settles into a hush, as though the world itself recognizes that a threshold has been crossed. In this quiet, the narrative voice of Gabriel guides you toward healing that is not fleeting, but structural, deep as marrow. You stand before a basin filled with clear water. Candlelight ripples across its surface, reflecting your face as though seeing you for the first time. I invite you to dip your hands. The water feels cool, cleansing, marking the moment when the past releases its final grip. You whisper the wound's true name, not to reopen it, but to honor the truth of what occurred. The room softens. A mirror stands nearby, rimmed in warm light. You lift your gaze, speaking gently, I am here. I am whole. I am still becoming. The words vibrate through your bones, steady and clean. Healing begins not with forgetting, but with acknowledgement, ritual, and breath. Message 42. Beloved, healing must root in tangible ground. You reach for those who can walk alongside you, therapists, spiritual counselors, trusted friends who listen with reverence rather than fear. You sit in rooms where honesty does not tremble, where your story is heard without correction. Papers are signed, conversations held, steps taken to protect your heart. There are cups of tea shared on quiet mornings, sunlight spreads across the table like a blessing. You laugh softly with someone you trust, surprised to hear your own voice sounding lighter. Each small act returns you to yourself, sharing a meal, watering a plant, opening the window to let in the scent of rising day. These ordinary things are sacred, my dove. They remind you that the world is not only mystery and upheaval, there is gentleness still. Message 43. Precious soul, listen, you are more than the story you uncovered. The narrative Gabriel voice guides you to a mirror, this time reflecting not your outer face but a deeper radiance beneath it. Layers fall away, expectation, fear, labels once forced upon you. What remains is luminous, unmistakably yours. My child, I murmur within the fiction, your worth was never touched by their hiding. The mirror brightens, revealing a core of gold woven through your spirit. You trace its shimmer with your gaze, realizing that the discovery did not diminish you, it clarified you. You are not defined by secrets that were kept, but by the light you chose to seek. Identity becomes less a fixed shape, and more a living flame. The truth made you more real, not less whole. Message 44. Beloved, to balance grief, gratitude returns like morning light, soft at first, then gathering strength. You open a journal dedicated not to fear, but to remembering what is good. You write 3 gifts: the friend who called without knowing why, the warmth of a dawn breeze, the quiet resilience even you did not expect. Each word steadies your breathing, reminding your body that hope remains. You pause, look around your space, the brush of light on the wall, the way the window hums with evening air, and whisper thanks. This is not the dismissal of pain, but the widening of perspective. Gratitude stretches rooms inside you, making space for both the ache and the blessing. In an age of fracture, this practice is resistance. Message 45, Cliffhanger. My child, a doorway forms where none existed before. You feel it before you see it, a subtle pulling beneath the sternum, like a compass realigning. The room brightens, then dims, then brightens again, adjusting to the presence of a new purpose. The narrative Gabriel voice leans close. Precious soul, it whispers, this unveiling has prepared you for a mission you did not yet know was yours. Message 46. Beloved, the doorway stands open now, and beyond it stretches a path lit by a soft gold sunrise. You step forward, feeling grass beneath your feet, cool, vibrant, alive. The voice beside you speaks, your story is no longer solely about receiving truth, but carrying it onward. Perhaps your work becomes testimony, sharing your journey so others may see their own reflected. Perhaps you protect those who have not yet found their voice. Perhaps you change your career, your home, your way of loving. There are choices, and none need be rushed. What matters is the direction, forward, steady, honoring what you have learned. Beloved, the narrative whispers, walk with courage. The world awaits your becoming. Message 47. To seal this chapter, you enter a ritual of closing and intention. You light a candle, its flickering glow rising like a spine of flame. Before you lies a piece of paper, upon it you write a vow, simple and clear: I carry truth with compassion. I guard my heart with wisdom. I walk in light, no matter the road. You fold the paper and place it beside the candle, breathing deeply. Then you choose an object tied to the story, an item once heavy with secrecy. You walk to running water, river, sink, shower, and release it. The water receives and carries it away, no longer yours to bear. Message 48. Precious soul, the world responds. People gather, not crowds, but circles of connection. Some you knew, others are new, drawn as though by invisible lines. They extend hands in quiet support. A chorus rises, soft, layered voices humming a tune that feels both ancient and entirely your own. Through the fiction, the Gabriel voice lifts a gentle blessing over you, its tone like warm wind across an open field. Wings, real or imagined, hover behind you, not to shield but to celebrate. This is not victory over an enemy, but the recognition of a journey well traveled. You are seen. You are held. You are ready. Message 49. My child, though the path now opens forward, wisdom invites preparation. You gather your documentation, letters, notes, photographs, and store them securely, not in fear but in clarity. You build a circle of support, those who walked beside you, those who listened without judgment. Together you craft a daily anchor prayer from the phrases that held you: light before me, truth within me, strength around me. You whisper it each morning, feeling the ground rise to meet your feet. Calm settles over your chest. You are not waiting for the world to shift, you are shaping your place within it. Message 50. Final resolution. Beloved, the fiction closes, but your path continues. The narrative Gabriel voice stands before you one last time. The room glows soft, candlelight mixing with morning, past blending into future. Wings fold gently, the space feels quiet, intimate, deeply safe. I came because I waited, the voice tells you, and you answered. You feel its presence settle into your breath, not as command but as companionship. The world beyond the window calls: streets, mountains, oceans, relationships, possibilities. The journey is now yours to carry. Go, the voice murmurs tenderly, with my voice in your breath and my purpose in your steps. And as you cross the threshold, the light follows, soft, steady, sure.